of all, thank you all for coming out. We appreciate you taking an interest in us. A little bit about me right quick. My name's Mark Minton. I'm a lifelong resident of the county. Lived in Lumberton, graduated from Lumberton, attended Lamar University. Got a criminal justice degree in 1990. Started in the Sheriff's Department in 1987 as a dispatcher. I've been there ever since. From there, in 87, in dispatch, I went into corrections for 2 years. In 1990, I moved into patrol. From there on, proceeded on to patrol, and then became a patrol supervisor. 2009, moved into criminal investigations. That's where I'm presently working as an investigator. Investigated everything from a bicycle theft up to a capital murder. I feel like I've got the experience, and I'm ready to take the reins.
Okay, your first question. Please describe your management style and give us an example of how you have managed people in the past.
Management style, I think, would be proactive. We're a reactive agency, but we have to be proactive. As far as my management style or how I obtained it,
yes,
patrol, I was a supervisor for a shift of 4 deputies. I've always tried to lead by example. As a patrol supervisor, you oversee the shift, you run the shift, you make suggestions, you make corrections where we need to make corrections, and from there I moved into criminal investigations. There you have to manage a case, whether it's a murder or whatever. You have steps you have to take to manage that case and get it prosecuted. So I've obtained it over the years. I'm comfortable with being a manager. I relate well to my guys. And I wouldn't do anything that I wouldn't ask them to do. And that's what you have to do to be a leader. You've got to be able to step up and do it in order to ask somebody to do it for you.
The Supreme Court case of Brady versus Maryland, sometimes called the Brady Law, ruled that withholding evidence violates a person's rights of due process. How do you incorporate this into your professional ethics?
I've always believed in honesty. I've always believed in loyalty, and always believed in being truthful. If I obtain evidence in a case, whether it's going to clear someone, prosecute someone, you have to present that evidence. Just because it may help me make a case or may hurt me not making the case, I still have to do what's right. And by law, I'm bound by that. We do what we do, you take that oath, and you live by that.
Your next question is 2 parts. First part is, have you ever had to make a difficult stand that had personal consequences? And also, have you ever had any ethics violations that would jeopardize your credibility as Hardin County Sheriff?
Making a stand, nothing that comes to my mind. I believe in a lot of things, and I'll stand up for those. As far as any ethical issues in my career, no. I've always tried to do what's right, and if I had questions before I did anything, I would find out. I believe in doing the right thing. I believe in truthfulness. I believe in honesty. I don't believe in sending somebody down the wrong path just to make me look better. I'm not that kind of person, and I believe in doing what's right, and I believe that if there's evidence to be presented, whether it's good or bad, I've got to present that evidence.
Thank you. What specifically do you believe needs to change about the way the Sheriff's Department operates, and that might include technology, and also briefly discuss the important relationship between the Sheriff's Office and the DA's office as well?
As far as change, technology-wise, we've really improved over the last 20 years with Sheriff King. Any change that I think that we would need right away is maybe restructure to where we can maximize the people we have to be put in positions to where it can benefit all of us in the county. There's times that we have to double up on some things that we shouldn't have to, and if we can move a few people around in different spots, give a little more supervisory control to some other people, I think we can benefit as an agency overall. What was the second part?
Discuss the important relationship between the Sheriff's Office and the DA's office.
It's very important. I mean, you've got to have a good relationship because the cases that we make and that we build, we have to go to them for prosecution. And Either they can assist you with it, and if we're lacking something, they can relay the information to us on what they think we need. If you don't have that good communication, we're not going to have good cases. And if we just start throwing stuff up there without speaking with the DA or confirming with the DA, when that communication is broken, you're going to have a broke system. You're not going to have prosecutions. You're not going to have the cases that could be stronger, built stronger. And yeah, it's very important.
Do you plan to add administrative positions, whether allowable by this current budget or in a future budget? And would you be willing to utilize more civilian employees if allowable by the budget in order to keep officers on the street and in the community?
As far as adding any administration, no, that would not be planned. I think what we have right now we're bare bone, and we have to go with what we've got. Now there may be changes and some moving around, restructuring, but no, there's no way that we can do that at this point, not in the budget.
Okay.
What was the second part again? I'm sorry.
It all contains that, and officers on the street, and you're saying no to that. Okay. And your last question, how would you best address constituent complaints such as public noise, trash dumping, illegal firework displays, pet hoarding, and pet dumping?
Wow.
That was all one question.
Thanks. Case-by-case basis, you have to, with that many, I mean, I could address those, it'd take me 20 minutes to do them, several of them. Each complaint we have to deal with daily. Some people are made happy, some are disappointed. That's the nature of our job. Because any call we go on, somebody, when we leave there, is going to be unhappy. And we have to do the best we can with what we got. A lot of the stuff she just mentioned, there's not ordinances in the county, there's no animal control in the county. So that's stuff that we can't really control as police officers. All we can do is guide them on the right path that we think would help them.
All right. You will have 2 minutes for your closing statement.
Again, thank you all for listening and being attentive. The main message I want to make tonight is I've been there for 29 years. I've worked under 2 sheriffs. There's never been an incumbent since I've worked there. I've always been loyal and dedicated to who I work for. And when the sheriff came and said he wasn't going to announce, I thought on it long and hard for about a week and said, why not me? It's time. I've always tried to lead by example. The county's been my home. I love what I do. I mean, this is my whole career. This is where I've been. And I'd like the opportunity to continue that as the leader. And I think I can do a good job. The biggest thing that I see that we need to do as an agency is get back into the public. If we can gain the trust of the public and they trust us, we trust them, we can come together as a group, as one. And as a county, we can solve a whole lot more that way. With everything going on in the world today with policing, people getting assaulted, police officers getting shot and killed just because they wear a badge, I can't put my mind to grasp it. I don't want that to happen here. Fortunately, we've been lucky enough that hasn't happened here, and the only way to combat that and keep it from happening is to come together as a whole. And that's from civilians, courthouse, law enforcement, but we've got to come together to do it. If we don't come together, we're not going to make steps forward. So that's my message. I appreciate your cooperation, I appreciate the consideration, and appreciate your vote.